This is my good friend Tony Singh. He's an Edinburgh boy and one of Scotland's finest chefs.
Service! This is my good friend Cyrus Toriwala, OBE. He came from Bombay 20 years ago, and nowadays he even cooks for Her Majesty the Queen.
Britain on a plate.
We both love this beautiful country of ours.
Even its weather.
And British food is the best in the world. But sadly, in most British homes, spices are banished to the back of the cupboard.
That's 2010. But that's 2009. Bought in 2001.
Oh dear. It's vintage.
We want to spread the joy of spices. Spices are not just hot, they are the simplest way to add a whole array of drama and flavor to food.
So, we've got an idea. We're going to travel the country to show how spices can make British food even more delicious.
Star anise and apple crumble?
What about fish and chips with spicy batter?
We are going to
Spice up Britain.
I love every lick of it, sir. I like it.
This time we've come to Suffolk to give a sprinkling of spice magic to some of the region's best produce. Come on now, spiced strawberries!
We'll show how coriander, cumin and turmeric create the most splendidly delicious beef burger.
We'll add a sparkle to apple crumble with exotic star anise.
And we are risking severe disapproval by spicing up a National Trust afternoon tea.
Well, there's a definite bite on that one.
These are the fertile plains of East Suffolk. In the summertime, they're awash with vibrant yellow flowers.
Beautiful fields producing some of the best oil man can have. Delicious organic rapeseed oil.
Us Brits are finally waking up to the qualities of this rapeseed oil, spending almost 20% more on it this year than last.
And honestly speaking, I think it's much, much better than olive oil for many, many reasons. Cooks better. It has great flavor, great taste, great aroma, great body.
Warm it with lovely spices and it will turn a simple snack into a glorious feast.
Come on, chef, let's go. Where the bloody hell are you, man? Look what I have here, chef. This super oil. You gotta do something with it. It's super gold in a bottle.
I have a crunching plan for that, chef. Chicken wings?
Chicken wings.
With that oil, good to make you this lovely, golden, crunchy, crispy chicken wings. Shall we start?
Absolutely right.
This is our take on a takeaway. We're going to cook the wings in an unusual way, in rapeseed oil, spiced with cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon gives chicken an exotic sweetness that really brings out the flavour of the meat. This is a slow, luxurious recipe, a far cry from fast food. To start, we're making a salty marinade called a cure. So, what we need to do is we're going to put salt on them to take some of the moisture out so it's crispy. But while we're drawing out the moisture, we want to add flavour.
Okay.
So we're going to use ginger, garlic,
Of course.
thyme, salt, and my favourite, and yours, the dry red chilli.
Oh, yes. Dried red chili.
Roughly, chop a bulb of garlic and a bunch of thyme and bash it up a bit in a mortar and pestle. And then we're going to grate ginger. I like grate. I don't want a puree. I don't want too much ginger flavour in it. I want it subtly put in, so I'm going to grate it. Skin on. The way spices are prepared affect their flavour, and ginger is no different. Its potency comes from its juice. Grating it, you'll get a delicate zing that won't be overpowering.
That good enough?
Perfect. Put this in.
Bash it as well?
Just a little. Add 6 tablespoons of salt. This will drop the moisture of the chicken, so the skin will be crispy when it goes in the oven. We'll be wiping the cure off once it's done its job, so don't worry about it being too salty. And now, when coming to use chilli, you know this, dry rather than fresh. Whole ones add a bit of heat but more flavour. The depth.
True.
If you use crushed completely, very hot.
Yep.
We're going in between. So if you can tear up 6, 1, 2, 3. When chilies are dried, their fresh, ripe juices become more concentrated. Like a well-aged wine, they develop rich, more complex flavours and an earthy sweetness. Put the chilies in, tear them and just fold it through. No more bashing. No more bashing.
No more bashing. Go for the muscle thing.
Okay,
Pull it
so.
in.
Oh, can you smell that? Lovely. Thank you. We'll give this a mix and pop it in the fridge for 6 hours minimum. Overnight's better, but 6 hours is good enough. Once the wings are infused with flavour, they'll be slow cooked for 3 hours in a very unusual way.
There you go. Marinated.
Fantastic, chef.
So what's next?
We're going to confit the chicken in rapeseed oil.
Don't use fancy French terms, chef. Something simple.
It's not scary. It is basically poaching the chicken in oil. And then we'll have this succulent, tender chicken that will get crisp up in the oven again, okay? Before we poach the wings, we're wiping off the excess marinade, otherwise they'll become too salty. So,
cinnamon stick, what's that
cinnamon
for?
sticks, we're putting them in the bottom.
Yeah.
Cinnamon will stay in the oil, it will give the flavour,
Yep.
and it'll keep the chickens off the bottom in case they stick, okay? In Britain, we tend to overlook the humble cinnamon stick. We buy 4 times more ground cinnamon, but the stick gives a fantastic subtle flavour that's better suited to savoury dishes. It keeps longer and it even forms a little bench for our chicken wings. Oil please, chef. Look at that liquid gold. Now for the confit. We're basically going to poach the chicken in oil. Add enough oil to cover the wings. It looks like a lot of oil. We're not frying, it's not going to make it greasy. Think of it as just as a medium to take the flavour and keep all the moisture in the chicken wings. Warm the oil up for 12 minutes on a high heat. And then pop it in an oven, set at a cool 150 degrees, and in 3 hours. Let me see.
See the result. See the result.
Wow, look at that. Beautiful.
Is it?
The wings will be really delicately cooked. Look at that. Oh, melt in the mouth tender. If you were worried about them being greasy and sucking up that fat, they've not. They've just got surface oil on them, which is going to help crisp them up because we're going to pop them into a very high oven for 20 minutes until you've got this crunchy, lovely skin. We're serving our wings with a crispy coleslaw.
Chef Saab, how are your chickens, sir?
Let me just check.
Mine everything ready, getting over here.
Chef, they are looking, stunning, spot on.
We are ready to go.
Oh, lovely.
Wow.
Look at both of these, look at that. Lovely, crispy, juicy deliciousness. Oh, tender as butter. Get stuck in.
Superb, superb. The humble chicken wing suddenly becomes exotic with all the multitude of flavors coming into it.
Not a chicken nugget anymore, but a golden nugget.
Golden nugget. Mr. Singh and I are in Long Melford, Suffolk. We are heading to the National Trust's Melford Hall. This stunning stately home dates back nearly 5 centuries and is as beautifully British as tea and cakes. Wow, look at that.
In Melford Hall's cafe, the National Trust serve traditional afternoon teas with delicate cucumber sandwiches and plain Victoria sponges. They have agreed to let us break years of tradition with a gentle bit of spicing. 17th century bling. We're going to make a spicy afternoon tea in their splendid 16th century banqueting hall.
Well, we've been welcoming people here for many, many years. So hopefully with what you can do today will help us welcome them for many more.
The National Trust have kindly given us the basic building blocks of a Melford tea. So, all we have to do is add some spice magic.
Our banqueting hall.
Thank you. Oh, it is it? Wow.
Yes. So we've got various ingredients for you to play with today. See what you can create with it and surprise us.
Okay, we'll give it our best shot. And who are we cooking for?
The WI. So they'll be the judges.
You know who the WI are?
Women something.
Yeah, Women Institute, but the best is scary. They're very good at everything they do. Baking, cakes, teas, they're the best.
Really?
They'll let you know.
Oh, that'll be good fun. Thank you for letting us into this. Give us a little bit of time, okay? Time is very short, so we're keeping it simple.
Thanks.
All right, sir.
So let's rock on.
First, we're making a spiced orange buttercream to transform a plain Victoria sponge.
Yes. We're whisking equal amounts of butter and sugar with the zest of an orange. To bring out the citrus flavour, we've chosen fennel.
I think orange and fennel are like a marriage made in heaven. We really need
Fennel is one of the few spices that will grow in our British gardens. It is a sweet aniseed flavour that will give a real richness to the buttercream.
I'm toasting the seeds gently so they release their fabulous aroma. The fennel is cracking inside of it. We really need the flavors to come out, so the best way to do it is to warm them up a bit, and when it becomes nice and crisp, it powders better. We want a smooth buttercream, so I'm grinding the seeds and sifting out the husks with a sugar shaker. Yeah, I don't want any big bits in there. That's going to really give them a...
To build a cake, we're slicing the sponge into 3 equal parts. Then orange juice for extra flavour. Marmalade. Spread each layer with orange marmalade and fennel buttercream, and then a dusting of icing sugar. Our cake may look a bit wobbly, but it's going to taste delicious. Okay, chef, how are we going to pimp the cucumber sandwiches?
We're going to do something which is typically Bombay style. And what we do with cucumbers, they sell them on the roadside, and they cut them into 8 like that, and they fill it with salt and chili powder for you. And I thought that would taste amazing in a sandwich. So, if you can start buttering that bread, sir. To slice cucumbers, I'm giving a dusting of 1 part salt and 6 parts chili. This mixture enhances the very subtle flavor of the cucumbers. You're going to love this. What do you reckon?
That's nice. It might be a bit for the ladies.
You're making me worry. We need to hurry, sir. We've kept them waiting for too long.
Afternoon tea should be taken at 4 p.m. sharp. Delicate morsels to keep one's strength up before dinner. We're sticking with etiquette for once. A wonky plate of butties just won't do for the WI.
Ladies, would you like to come and join our humble abode? 40 hungry WI ladies, and we've tampered with their afternoon tea. Please come right in. We must be mad. Let's go, sir. Ladies, we've got a little surprise for you. This is not your classical cucumber sandwich. How do you like it?
Oh, there's a definite bite on that one. It's lovely.
It's nice.
It's very nice.
I think we should do this every day. Very nice.
Just wait till you try our cake.
Right.
A Victoria sponge with a bit of
Shazam in it. I'm going to serve you while this strong man from Scotland is going to hold the platter. He's the muscle man. What did you think of our sandwiches?
So nice.
Yes.
Fennel seeds.
Seeds, round, popped in with the
Brown.
Yes, very nice. Fantastic.
What about you, man?
Really Moorish. It's
Really nice.
Yes, I love it, and I would make it for my friends.
Do you think it brings more color on your cheeks?
Especially the chili.
the chili, yes.
That's what we like to hear.
Job done.
Job done. Thanks, ladies.
One of the great things about driving around in Suffolk is you've got these lovely, lush emerald fields, and then speckled with bright spots of red, dark red, like that red. It looks like a red setter, but they're not. They're cows.
The cows. These ruby-colored beauties are rare Suffolk red pole. Thanks to the increase in small organic farming in Suffolk, their numbers are on the rise. because they thrive on a simple grass diet and produce both creamy, rich milk and full-flavored tender beef. You sure you can just walk in like that?
Yeah, they're docile.
They're taking off. They're taking off.
Denise, hi.
Hi.
Are we starting a stampede here?
Scared of you, Chef.
Me? No,
Yeah.
I don't think cows like red. You know that.
We're meeting Denise Jones, who tends a small herd of these Suffolk beauties at Lavenham Brook Farm. This is Cyrus.
Hello,
Hi,
Cyrus.
Denise. How are you?
So this is a cream of the crop, all these beautiful cows.
Yes, they
So
are.
they're always
because
grass-fed.
They're always grass-fed.
So it's fresh
throughout their
grass,
life.
then silage,
That's
and
right.
that gives the lovely milk and the fantastic meat. You've had the meat, Chef,
Yep.
and what do you think?
I think the meat is superb.
Yeah.
It's superb. It's great quality meat. But then look around you. You got great pastures. You got great feed. You got great love and affection. That's love and affection. You see, that's love and affection, and that breeds good meat.
Happy, gorgeous cow. The cow is a revered animal to all Sikhs and Hindus, so I don't eat beef. But when I cook it for customers, it is important that it is the best quality and has had a happy life.
Grass-fed British breeds like Red Pole are the best beef for me, and the meat is perfect for spicing up. But we are going to make a spiced version of a classic burger, a zingy burger with a few spices, some fresh garlic, some fresh ginger, green chili, fresh coriander, all the best in the world. And our favorite 4 powders. Ground coriander brings zest, cumin earthiness, chili powder heat, and turmeric a vibrant color. With these 4, the world is at your feet. Creativity is at your discretion, sir. Art on a plate.
Painting with colour.
Plus some great British produce.
Fabulous.
That is probably some of the finest beef you can buy in Britain.
Definitely.
That's Red Paul beef.
Come on then, let's go.
Let's go and start cooking. Put that on a low heat.
Low heat. Cold pressed rapeseed oil again.
Yes. So if you can saute off those onions for me.
We're sauteing off a trinity of flavours. Chopped onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and 2 centimetres of finely chopped ginger. This will add a little spiceman magic to the mince.
I'm going to quickly chop you some chili.
Fabulous.
What chili would you use, chef?
Personally, the smaller one, the more pep in it, more or bigger. Depends if you want just a little bit warming in flavour.
If you feel in the mood, make it hot.
In the mood for chili. As a rule of thumb, the smaller the chili, the hotter it is. For the burger, we're adding a couple of small, finely chopped bird's eye chilies. We're going to cook it just all the way through, just to the point, so it's got a little bit of texture, but all the juices and everything are cooked in the onion properly. Leave it to cool for 5 minutes, and then add it to 800 grams of minced beef with some salt.
And now for the 4 ground spices that work together to bring out the flavor of the beef. There. And sir, coriander. First, 3 teaspoons of ground coriander. This is a mild lemony spice made from the seeds of the fresh herb. The coriander's gone in there. Next, 2 teaspoons of cumin, one of the most ancient of all spices. It has a strong flavor that gives a depth to your cooking. Then, of course,
Turmeric. Beautiful.
gold on a plate, sir. And treat it like gold, sparingly. Half a teaspoon of turmeric is added for color and to give a depth of flavor. And 2 teaspoons of mild chili powder. Normally, the brighter the color, the milder the chili is.
You've got the 4 main ground spices, and this is where you start to experiment, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
getting the flavours that you like. Paint your palate, have a taste, a little bit more. Want some more chili, have a tickle, see what it goes like. But enjoy, learn, have fun. I will do the masoosing.
You do the masoosing because you're the best, chef. Go on, sir. You go for it. Next, I'm chopping up a good bunch of fresh coriander.
Okay.
There you go, sir.
Lovely.
Okay. Why don't you eat beef?
Religious, holy cow.
Holy cow.
Holy
But
cow.
my dear sir, all the holy cows are in India. They never came here. You forget. Very quickly, sir.
So, now we're looking at 5-ounce burgers for Cyrus to try. Shape the mince into patties and fry them on a hot griddle or frying pan until they're done as you like.
The sizzle sound. The sound of magic.
Whilst the burgers are cooking, I'm going to whip up a gourmet chip butty for myself. Oh, lovely. I've baked some simple potato wedges, and now for a bit of alchemy. So, what we're going to do is make a lovely, spicy, zingy magic dusting.
Yes.
For the potatoes. Chili powder, please. 2 teaspoons of mild chili powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, and a teaspoon of white pepper. And the next thing is going to be mango powder. You can get it in most supermarkets now. But if you can't get mango powder, add that zesty tanginess, a little bit of lemon juice, lime juice at the end. So we'll just sprinkle it on our potato wedges. Lovely. Wedges, tatties, chili, spices. The best chip butty in Britain right now. Are the burgers ready?
What do you think, chef?
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Just look at the texture there.
Wow.
Oh, wow, man. That is tasting amazing. This has got to be, the best burger you can create for yourself in Britain. This is one of the oldest agricultural displays in Britain, the 174th annual Hadley Show.
Here they showcase the finest the county has to offer, and it's where one expects to find the finest traditional country fare.
I'm after something that grows locally in this time of the year.
Asparagus.
Something red and small.
Strawberries. We're going to be bringing a bit of cheeky spiciness to England's beloved strawberries and cream.
Are they English?
They are, yes. Yeah, just very local. About 20 minutes up the road.
Lovely. Actually, we were just thinking whether we could spice some of your strawberries up.
Really?
Yeah, and then maybe you could sell a few spiced strawberries. Are you up for it? I mean, do you have a tray or do you have something to serve it in?
Yeah, we have a hawking tray that we walk around with.
Chef, you'd look fabulous like a cigar girl. We're going to make a hot, sweet spice blend to sprinkle over the strawberries. It contains equal parts sugar, black pepper, and ground cinnamon. They're the 2 most popular spices in Britain, but we rarely think to combine them. They're fantastic together, and they make the flavour of soft food sparkle.
Let's get started. I need to be dressed like you, though.
Strawberry uniform. Away you go, good luck.
Go on now, spiced strawberries!
They're really nice.
They're really nice.
Surprisingly nice.
Surprisingly nice. It's called the Sing with the Zing.
It's got lots of zing.
I'm a convert.
Ah, I like that look on your face. I'm still not giving you another free one. Fight!
Is it good though?
Yeah, it's very good. It is. It brings out the flavour of the strawberries.
The main thing.
That's the main thing.
Spices should always bring out the flavour of your ingredients. And when it comes to desserts, we Brits reach for cinnamon more than any other. But there are other equally exciting alternatives. We're going to enhance the flavour of a classic apple crumble, not with traditional cinnamon, but with exotic star anise. Could you peel me some of those apples, please?
Sure.
We need 8 juicy eating apples. I'm going to make you this fantastic crumble. There's some flour,
Yeah.
200 grams,
Yep.
sugar, brown, nice, 300 grams because I've got a sweet tooth, butter, 200 grams, bit of the masoosing again,
Masoos.
massoos. Rub the mixture until you get a good crumbly texture. The secret twist is going to be star anise, but other twist is the crumble. I'm going to bake it first
So it's going to be crunchy and crispy.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing ever, the worst thing in the world, I think, is a soggy bottom. On the crumble, I mean.
You want a soggy bottom?
No soggy bottom.
To keep the crumble crunchy, we're cooking it before we add it to the apples, instead of the traditional way of baking them both together at the same time.
That goes into the oven at 200 degrees, and you keep checking it every 5 to 6 minutes to see it getting golden brown, and keep turning it over.
Come on, Chef.
Chef, apples ready, please?
Yes.
We're going to stew the apples in 75 grams of unsalted butter, flavoured with a warm exotic spice.
Beautiful star anise. Oh, smell that aniseed flavour.
Yeah.
Each star is a small dried fruit, and the woody petals are full of aromatic licorice-scented oil, 13 times sweeter than sugar. The best way to release it is cook them slowly in hot liquid or butter.
5 star anise in with the butter, flavouring the butter basically with star anise. Now we're going to add the apple.
Go for it, go for it, go for it. Yep.
We're going to put the sugar on top.
For 8 apples, you'll need about 150 grams of sugar. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. To keep the juices from evaporating, cover with a sheet of foil and a tight-fitting lid. Then, leave it to stew on a low heat, but don't forget to check your crumble. Oh, lovely color.
Right, now, the hardest bit, before you pop that in your mouth,
is do not eat it.
Yes, let it cool down.
Let it cool down.
Okay, I'll pop it over there.
Yep. Resist.
Resist.
Gosh. Resist. The most difficult thing is resist.
Oh my God, Halley's Comet.
After 20 minutes, the apples ought to be juicy, soft and infused with star anise.
Oh, look at that, Chef. Look at the juice the apple's giving out.
Beautiful.
Let's build this.
Come on then. The star anise have worked their magic, but you need to remove them because they are still hard. Then just sprinkle on the crunchy topping.
The apples are hot, crumble's on top, literally minute and a half in oven, and we'll serve it.
Perfect.
We're serving the crumble with a few fresh pomegranate seeds and a dollop of creme fraiche.
It's great, isn't it?
Look at the golden apple.
The apple's actually perfect underneath. Oh, this is where the magic shines. I think it's now apples with star anise rather than apple with cinnamon, which everybody expects.
Yeah.
I think this, for me, is now an everlasting taste. Good show, boss.
Thank you, Chef.
That's fantastic.
Suffolk, what a county.
I know.
Great people, great produce.
Excellent.
Great time we've had.
Great time. Yes, sir. Ho, ho, ho. Cheers, sir. Happy days.
Next time, we're off to Somerset.
We'll be showing how coriander seeds are the secret to sweet roast gammon.
Using cardamom to make a fairy tale chocolate mousse cake.
And we'll be committing culinary treason by spicing up the Great British Fry-Up.
Try it, you'll love it.